I'm diving deep into the dangers of silica dust and challenging myself to learn everything I can about why it's so deadly. Let's uncover the facts together. Silica dust might sound like a harmless term, but trust me, it's a sneaky hazard that can have devastating consequences on our health. It's a common occupational hazard that's often overlooked, even though it's responsible for thousands of deaths every year. Silica dust is everywhere, and it's not just limited to construction sites or mines. You can find it in ceramics, stone countertops, and even in some kids' play sand. The problem is, when silica dust becomes airborne, it can be inhaled deep into our lungs, causing irreversible damage. Many workers and employers are still unaware of the risks associated with silica dust exposure. In fact, the World Health Organization estimates that 24% of all deaths among people in the stone, sand, and gravel industry are attributed to silica dust. That's a staggering number, and it's time we take action to raise awareness and prevent these avoidable deaths. In industries like construction, mining, and manufacturing, silica dust is a constant threat. When silica-containing materials are cut, drilled, or crushed, the dust becomes airborne and can be inhaled by workers. It's like a ticking time bomb, waiting to cause damage to their lungs and respiratory system. Many workers are still not provided with proper respiratory protection or training on how to handle silica-containing materials safely. It's a recipe for disaster, and the consequences can be deadly. In fact, studies have shown that workers in these industries are at a higher risk of developing lung diseases like silicosis, lung cancer, and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Silica dust affects different industries and workers in different ways. For example, stone countertops may look beautiful, but the process of cutting and installing them can release massive amounts of silica dust into the air. Similarly, ceramic workers, miners, and construction workers are all at risk of silica dust exposure. The effects of silica dust can be devastating. I've come across stories of workers who've spent years working in the industry, only to be diagnosed with silicosis or other lung diseases. They're left with permanent damage to their lungs, and their quality of life is severely impacted. Take the story of John, a 45-year-old stonemason who spent 20 years working in the industry. He was diagnosed with silicosis after experiencing shortness of breath and persistent coughing. By the time he was diagnosed, the damage was already done, and he was forced to quit his job. John's story is just one example of the real-life consequences of silica dust exposure. In another case, a 30-year-old ceramic worker, Maria, was diagnosed with lung cancer after working in the industry for only 5 years. Her story is a stark reminder of the dangers of silica dust and the importance of taking preventative measures. The stories of John and Maria are a wake-up call for all of us. It's time to take silica dust exposure seriously and take action to prevent these avoidable tragedies. By raising awareness and promoting preventative measures, we can save thousands of lives. So, what can we do to prevent silica dust exposure? The answer lies in education, awareness, and collective action. We need to educate workers and employers about the risks of silica dust and provide them with the necessary training and equipment to handle silica-containing materials safely. In conclusion, silica dust is a sneaky hazard that demands our attention. It's time to take action, raise awareness, and prevent these avoidable deaths. Remember, every share, like, and comment counts. So please spread the word and let's make a difference together. If you've got a story or thought to share about silica dust or workplace safety, please leave it in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about workplace safety, be sure to check out our next video, where we'll be diving into another critical topic that affects us all.